Guys, thanks so much for joining me. And this is Jackie M from Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. And we are so excited to bring to you the second series of our Masters of Malaysian Cuisine live videos. So just give me 2 seconds while I add Chef Joe onto our screen. We've got Chef Joe here. And I'm going to add Dion. Dion is an influencer and a very prominent member of our Sydney Chinese community in particular. He's a professional MC and highly sought after speaker. And Dion is going to be interacting with Chef Joe during this broadcast today. And also, I have a very special guest. This is Abang Mamu. Abang Mamu is the founder of, just give me 2 seconds while I add Abang Mamu to the stream. Abang Mamu is the founder of Mak John. It's a fantastic Malaysian Facebook group that you guys should check out. Mak John stands for Masak Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ini, and it's got 1.9 million followers. And it's this amazing Facebook group that is really quite, doesn't take itself too seriously. It actually was started up during the lockdown, the MCO, as they know it in Malaysia, for people who were stuck at home and experimenting with different types of cooking because they've got more time in their hands, and they're basically cooking fails. All right, so if if you want to check out some really awesome cooking fails, go and join Masak Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ini or Mak John on Facebook. We'll share the links with you on social media. But in the meantime, I just wanted to let Abang Mamu to give a couple of words to his audience so that they know what's going on, because we're streaming directly to Abang Mamu's Facebook group today. Go ahead, Abang Mamu.
Okay. Thank you, Jackie, for your inviting us to join MOMC. Okay, di sini apa yang saya nak bagi tahu kepada ahli-ahli grup. Sekarang ni kita ada satu program khas di mana selama seminggu ni kita akan bersama dengan pihak MOMC dan juga Tourism Malaysia untuk kita menganjurkan satu live demo di dalam Masak Apa Tak Jadi hari ini. Jadi apa yang kita buat sekarang ni adalah kita tengah berkomunikasi dengan pihak MOMC. Jadi orang kata anda semua yang ada di dalam grup boleh kita punya live di mana Chef Joe akan buat live demo di dalam grup ni. Jadi kepada semua ahli-ahli, kita ada 7 hari bermula pada hari ini sampai ke 31 hari bulan, dan anda akan dapat menyaksikan secara live chef-chef international ni akan membuat masakan yang terbaik di dalam live demo grup Masak Apa Tak Jadi hari ini. So back to you, Jackie.
Thank you so much, Abang Mamu. Okay, great, guys. Again, we'll share the link to Abang Mamu's Facebook group with you later on. But yeah, welcome to everyone from Mak John. And I just pop Abang Mamu out of our screen. Okay, here we are. Guys, thanks again for joining us. Just let me change the layout here a little bit. Okay, here we go. So this is Jackie M, and thanks again. This is Masters of Malaysian Cuisine, and we are in series 2 of our one whole week of daily live cooking demos from some of the most prominent Malaysian chefs around the world. And we are starting off again with our most senior member, who is Chef Johari Edrus, who is the, people remember him as being the most stern judge in MasterChef Malaysia for 5 seasons. And Chef Johari Edrus has many decades of experience working in Switzerland and in China, actually. So I'm going to actually try and get Dion to convince Chef Joe to try some of his Chinese with us a little bit later on. But this week's entire theme for all our chefs is famous Malaysian street food. So I'm really excited to get Dion and Chef Joe on screen as they banter with each other. And Chef Joe shows you how to make a dish called Kacang Ful, which is famous in Johor, which actually I've never actually tried. Ironically, it just shows how incredibly diverse Malaysian food is. But also, I just want to acknowledge Tourism Malaysia for their support of this particular a week of live streams. And don't forget to share any attempts with if you attempt any of our recipes, and I know some of you have from our first series, make sure you tag us on social media. And also, if you haven't already signed up to our website, it's just malaysianchefs.com/join today. You will get not just a collection of recipes from all the 8 chefs, you'll also get access to the e-magazine that we put out each month after the set of live videos, where you get all the recipes and you also get interviews with all different kinds of people as well. So make sure you sign up at malaysianchefs.com/join today. And guys, share this around to everyone. And now I'm going to let Chef Joe and Dion interact while I bump out of the screen. So enjoy yourselves, guys, and I will jump back on towards the end of this. Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Thanks, Jackie. And hello to you, Chef Joe. What a privilege to be here on this show that Jackie has arranged. And I know that you're super famous, and Jackie, of course, herself is somewhat of an iconic figure here in Malaysian cooking circles in Australia. And I know she's known as the high priestess in many circles of Malaysian cuisine. I would say she's more like a pop princess, just like Pink, right? She's the peak of Malaysian cooking. And Chef Joe, can you tell us a little bit more about this particular dish that you'll be cooking today? I believe has its roots in Middle Eastern cuisine.
Okay, hi, I'm John. So nice to see you and to meet you today in Malaysian MOMC. So I just to say hi to everybody all over the world. Ni hao in China. If you are in Shanghai, no hao. If you are in San Francisco, or if you are in good afternoon, good morning. I think now. I think in Dubai is good afternoon. Also in London, Bristol, Sydney, down in the down under. We also in Malaysia, and all over the world is watching us today. So this is we call it a world event. I hope everybody have to be here. Okay. Today's cooking is a very simple one. Oh yeah, I need to greet to someone from my hometown, Grüezi Miteinander. So that means how everybody in town. So actually it's in Swiss German.
Yeah, and a good evening to all our Australian, New Zealand viewers, because it's starting to get dark here now, and I'm getting a little bit hungry seeing all the ingredients, all those beautiful ingredients in front of you, Chef Joe.
Yeah, right. Okay, to Australia and Sydney down south, good day to everybody.
Good day, yeah.
Okay, what I'm cooking here today is very simple cooking. Actually, it's a one-pot cooking, we call it. It's a very healthy cooking because it contains a lot of the fat with protein. This is, we call it a pol madaman, but knowing me very well, I'm an athletic chef, so I always twist a lot of things here in town. So I normally, like the previous one, I do the laksa. Also, I did not put any sauce. I did not dip into any gravy, but what I do, I roll the whole laksa and dip into dips. So today I need to do something different as well. This is a Kacang Ful. Actually, it's basically Kacang Ful is an ancestor from this Middle East, because down south they have a lot of those Middle East people settlement in Singapore and also in Johor. So this is the dish that they have brought in now and become a Malaysian heritage cuisine, especially in down south in Johor. So pol actually it's a bean. You can see here this is the bean, the pol bean. Pol bean. Actually, this pol bean is a main ingredient that been used in I think maybe 4th century by those Egyptian and by those the Middle East. And why we call it a Kacang Ful? This ful actually pol madamas. So normally the ancient time, what they do, they have this raw ful, these raw beans. So what they do, they soak in the water, they keep it tight, and then they dip into the charcoal. So that's why they call it ful. Another word mean is to dunk into the bean. So that's why it means ful by itself. So here in Malaysia, down south in Johor, is very famous. So this is they eat it for breakfast, and you can go for any time of the day if you like it.
Great. Now, Chef, before you continue, can I just jump in and ask, because you use that word eclectic cooking, and I know that many of our viewers may not be familiar with exactly what that is. Could you just take a little bit of time to explain that to us?
Okay, the eclectic cuisine actually is a combination of vast flavor in one dish. This is not a fusion, because I'm not those fan of fusion, because for me, fusion, they have no roots at all. They just put everything in a plate and they do everything and they call it fusion. But my cuisine is an eclectic. I combine a different flavor. Like I can combine the European flavor into Asian food, or Malaysian with some other continent. So it comes into in a dish and become very flavorful. That's what I call an eclectic cuisine.
I see. Yes, and I would tend to agree with you, because for a little bit of time here in Australia, there was a trend towards what they call fusion cooking, and I think that didn't really serve anybody's palate properly. And there's been, I think, a return to more authentic style cooking, and I think your description of eclectic cooking would indicate that you're staying true to the different flavors and styles of cooking. Is that right?
Yes, right. Actually, the style of cooking is a combination of the few cuisine into one cuisine, but still existing. The actual one, you can see the real thing there. But if you do for fusion, so you mix everything, you melange everything, and then suddenly you don't know what is it, and they start to call it nasi lemak, but actually it's not nasi lemak, the real thing. So, but if you make it nasi lemak, I can have those nasi lemak maybe prepared from maybe the way that Italian do. Maybe they do their risotto, but with maybe coconut flavors, and then maybe I can have some those crispy anchovies deep fried, maybe from France, that put into this, and the whole dish I can call it nasi lemak, because it still got nasi lemak there. Because nasi lemak should have the nasi lemak, the sambal, as well as the cucumber. That's the main ingredient for nasi lemak. That's what I call it an eclectic. It's not a fusion.
Fantastic.
So otherwise, those who's watching today, if you feel doubt about what is eclectic, you can always Google.
Thank you, Uncle Google. Yes, and Chef, maybe we can jump straight into your dish of the day.
Okay. So I would not take much of the time. So this will be spent only for about maybe half an hour. So what I have here today, this is the main ingredient. Actually, the dish is supposed to be in the fold, but in my food here, I combine with a lot of greens, because you can even have this for a vegetarian if you want it, if you don't add any meat. So here we have fold, then you have here the peas, and here you have the butter beans and kidney bean. The reason why I put this is because I want to have those texture melange in my dishes, and you can see different colors next time when you put it in. So the other one, what you need is all those spices that we need. Of course, I have here the curry powder, cumin, coriander. Then I have some those, like I add up some here, a little bit of this, the biryani spice and so on, and also salt. And here I have a ghee, and this is a homemade ghee that we made at home. So this is I don't take butter at home. I just take ghee at home for my butter spread, whatever. I just took ghee. So I have here tomato. They are already diced so that my cooking can go easier. Chopped onion, and these I have here also young ginger, the onion, shallot, garlic. Then you have green chili and tomato. And of course, here you have a nice freshly minced beef. This is an Australian beef. So very nice beef I'm using today, and of course some egg for this one. So, and then of course to start it, because I do not want to mess around here, so I do not have a blender here. So what I do, I mix all these the spices here, the onion, also and the ginger, so that I blend together with a little bit, maybe all those. I think you have the recipe to do. So here I blend it and become paste. So now let's do the cooking.
Those ingredients look wonderful, so fresh and vibrant. So I can just imagine all the beautiful flavors that are going to happen in a moment.
Okay, here I already heat up the pan. Yeah, so I heat up the pan, so make it sure. So what I do, I just add some cooking oil here. Here I'm using this corn oil, and of course the ghee. The ghee will make it a very beautiful flavor to the dish. You can use butter if you want, but butter, for me, I don't like much of those butter. I prefer to go for ghee. So once you start to heat up, and then what you do now, you just sweat your chopped onion. Today I'm cooking a little bit slightly bigger pot, because I know the whole world is going to taste my food. What do you think, John? So okay, here now let's cook for a while, and once you can get the aroma, the onion start to melt down, becomes softer and stretch. And I'm putting the paste now.
There's very little that can beat the smell of onions, isn't it? When you're sweating the onions.
Yeah. This one actually, the smell is more really like those Arabic food. Of course, they come from Middle East, but here in Malaysia, we add a little bit of those curry powder and just to make it a bit Malaysian flavor. So now it's working here. So you have to stir it for about 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. So then now what you do, you just add up the chopped tomato. The tomato, you like to do tomato concentrate, you can do tomato concentrate. Otherwise, you just can chop the normal tomato. So, okay. Very good. And here I have the bean. And all the beans that I have to mix together.
So, Chef, a quick question.
You can use already boiled beans. Otherwise, it will take very long time. But if you otherwise, you can use those beans that you can buy from the store in the can. Otherwise, like the measurement, you have to cook for a whole night, and then you have to boil for 3-4 hours or more than that to get it soft. And you also have to be careful because those measurement falls, the bean, yeah. Some people they are allergic to this, so now what you do, you just smash up, not too fine because you want to have some sauce flavor when you bite it. You want to have some bite with it. So smash it, yeah. So while that, I think our things are so nice, getting nice aroma. My whole house can smell it now. Oh, I think there's some neighbor coming out from the door looking what I'm doing. Okay, now smash a little bit more. Okay, I think it should be fine. Okay, now you can see the bean next. So what I put now into the bowl. You can mix it to the bowl now. It's a nice blend of beans. Actually here, packed with protein. You wish if you're vegetarian, you don't have to put any meat inside here.
I can imagine, yeah. It's starting to look good now, and yeah.
Okay, now you saute, make it all that mix together, melange nicely together with all those the herbs that you blend just now, spices. Okay, so now what you do, you add up. If you used to like to have the stock, you can use chicken stock, or you can use beef stock or vegetable stock. But here I just use this normal water, the plain water. If you use a can bean, you can measure with your can the water. That means 1 can of those thing item and then plus 2 cans of water. So you can see now. Okay, now let it be there for a while. And cover it for a while. So meanwhile, what I'm doing, I'm just doing some mise en place for the topping. Let me remove this one first. All right. Okay, for the For the topping later on, what you need is also another tomato. Another tomato. You can blanch it the tomato as little you want, otherwise I just make it like this. So the tomato and also onion. So the onion, what I do now here is I want to make it small brunoise. So chop onion because this is going to eat raw. Yeah. So in the slice. So I cut it few times so that you can get very nice smooth chopped onion. There you are. There's no magic, but only a skill. So here you have the chopped onion. And next I will do the tomato. Tomato also the same. You can use tomato. Okay. Or you can slice and you can cut it like this also. No problem. Otherwise, you can do it the way I am doing. So there will be another chopped tomato. There you can chop small. Okay. Careful your finger. Or otherwise, if you feel that you want to cut it off, you can cut. Finish off like this, yeah. And then you can cut smaller to the small chop. Yeah, you can do the same. Just like you can do either way you prefer, which is more convenient to you and the way that you love it. Okay, we finally slightly chop here. This is for the garnish later on that we will on the Kacang Ful. Okay. So here next is the green chilies. So is another one that we're going to put for this. You can cut this way, or you can cut it just normal cutting. But this one I just prefer to make it more to the similar size, so I cut it cube. Yeah. Okay.
Will these go right in at the end, Chef?
Pardon?
Will what you're chopping up, will they go right in at the end, or?
This one. This is actually this is all for the garnish of the dish later on. This is actually a green chili. You have to chop onion and also chop the tomato.
Okay, I see.
So this one, you can call it this cutting. You can call it a brunoise if you want it. It's a small brunoise. So that's it for the garnish. You're ready for the garnish. And let's see. I'll put here. So now, yeah. So you can see some lumpy beans and so on. So now it's already start to boil. So what you do now, you can put in the meat.
So this is very much a super protein kind of a meal, huh? Lots of protein.
Yeah. The whole thing is a real packed with protein. So some people they make it on a very thick sauce, but this one I prefer to make it slightly on watery so that you can really dunk in anything that you want. You can dunk your bread, or you can pour into your pasta, or you can put into your on your corny dogs or whatever you want. So let it boil for a while. So now what we have today is a ciabatta. So normally in Malaysia we use this roti bengali, the big bread. So normally baked in the shop. So but this one I just use this ciabatta. So this for the dipping for the for the Kacang Ful. Actually, you can cut it any way you like, but I just want to make it more like you having in the morning when you eat into your boiled egg. So it's a soldier, but it's on a big giant soldier. Okay.
So the bread is there to mop up all the juices and sauce, yeah?
Yeah. So there, this one, what I do, I will pan fry with more ghee, so get more crispier. So kabeta, when you grill on the grill, or you put in a pan with some butter or ghee or some the olive oil, will get more nice and crispy. You can sprinkle with some sea salt and to get more excited with it. So here, let's see. Okay. So you can see some those big lamb. It's no problem. No. Or just keep boiling until it well cooked. So anything you like to ask,
Dion? Yeah. So, Chef, this becomes a very stew-like meal, isn't it?
Yeah. It's almost like you in US you're having this sloppy Joe.
Right. Yeah.
Sloppy Joe. It's almost like a sloppy Joe, but this actually this is actually from the Middle East and brought to Malaysia, and it's been there for ages, and now it become one of the latest food in Malaysia.
I see. And you say that this is the kind of meal that you can have any time of the day?
Yes. You can wake up in the morning and wake up with this one, have some fry it on top of your porridge, and then you take your breakfast. You can get for lunch. Even you can have coffee breaks now, or you can have the time for your evening tea. Or maybe you can go for supper. Maybe Jackie like to go for supper in Sydney now. It's winter.
Yeah, maybe. All right, guys. I just want to hop on and basically pop some of the questions to you guys while we have the chance. So, Chef Joe, you're just waiting for it to cook at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah. Normally it will take about 30 to 40 minutes to cook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, someone was saying that it looks like Mexican, like like
double cooked bean.
Yeah. Now I was gonna ask as well: is this vegan, or do you only use beans in it, or could you add meat or anything like that to it?
Again, I can't hear.
Is this meant to be a vegan dish, or can you have like meat in it as well?
You can turn into a vegan if you don't put any meat. Don't use any butter. You don't use any ghee. You just can use the other oil like olive oil, some other oil those vegan used to take. And there you can go for vegans because it's 100% vegetable. Because this one I'm putting is some beef. So I love to have beef inside there, or maybe a lamb, even worse, even better. You can cook the whole lamb inside there. You can braise for hours. So you can break off all the lamb into pieces, and then you can do that as well for this one. And for the Kacang Ful, actually you can eat with anything you want, but of course normally they take with the bread, the bread, or you can top up on your pasta. You can top up on your pasta, or if you love rice, you can top up also on your rice. Yeah.
All right. Now Liam from South Africa is asking, is it a breakfast meal? Because he's never had it. Liam is actually originally from Penang. See, I've never had Kacang Ful either. So do you eat it for breakfast or?
Okay, normally in Johor, this is taken for breakfast.
Okay, interesting. Now, also Liam also asked, does it benefit from being left overnight?
Yes, if you left overnight, even better. So you give more maturity to the meat and also to the stew.
Okay, very cool. Now, Chef Bob. Cool. Chef Bob was our guest chef last series. Chef Bob says that he loves to eat it with white bread or kueh chakoi. What's kueh chakoi?
Yeah, chakoi. Yeah, this is the Chinese. I call it Chinese croissant. Our,
Chocolate.
our Penang lady always to take with the porridge.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean now. And Zaleha saying, it looks like Mexican fajita. Everyone's thinking Mexican food with this dish. Now let's see if there are any other.
Is Kelly there?
Also, just before you may have missed it, Chef Joe actually included some beef mince as well, so there is meat in this.
Got it. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry, I was spacing off. I was working on the back end here. Sorry. So it is a meat dish. Got it. Now let's see if there are any other questions. And Miranda, who was from Holland, she actually made Chef Joe's last dish, which was the rolled laksa, and she thought it was fantastic. So there you go. Yeah. Any of you guys want to attempt this dish at home, make sure you tag us on Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. We'd love to see them. And we are going to announce some exciting giveaways in our future series as well for those who actually do cook along at home. All right. So we've got a bunch of people watching from all over the world. We've got people from KL, from the UK, from obviously Europe, Germany, and the Netherlands, and someone's making fun of my attire. And we've got people from Australia, from a lot of people from Australia watching, San Diego, California. Yeah, lots of people everywhere. So guys, say hello and let us know where you're watching from. Daphne from sunny Shropshire. I'm having a problem with my mouth today, guys. All right, Penang, all right, and Alfredo from the USA. Shirley, I would dip French fries in Kacang Ful like a Sloppy Joe's dip. We should call this Sloppy Chef Joe's dip. All right, there you go. Okay, and guys, by the way, like I said, just in case you just joined us late, Dion Wu is from Sydney, Australia, and Dion is a highly sought after personality here in Sydney, especially among the Chinese community, because of his work with food and with media. So you'll often find Dion in a lot of MC roles, and I've crossed paths with Dion a number of times as kind of like at foodie events, essentially. So welcome to Dion. Thanks for being a part of this. And make sure you look up Dion. Dion has got amazing content on his Instagram. But make sure if you haven't already, sign up at our website, malaysianchefs.com/join today. Our next e-magazine will have profiles of all our guest co-hosts in this whole series. So over the next few days, you're going to have people like, different influencers, food and travel influencers from around the world will be co-hosting with our chefs. All right. So make sure you keep an eye out for our magazine. You will get access to it if you sign up at our website. Okay. And let me bump out now again and let Chef Joe and Dion take over. Okay.
Thanks, Jackie.
Okay. Thanks, Jackie. So now what I'm doing, I just continue cooking the other pot on the other side. So here I'm heating up the cabiata with the ghee. This is a homemade ghee. Make it a bit more crispier, so it's nice when you bite, when you dunk into your stew. Yeah.
Did you make the ciabatta yourself, Chef Joe?
Yeah, we baked it this morning.
Fantastic.
It's very simple. What you to do, just overnight, and then after that, make the dough. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to beat the simplicity of bread and butter, or in this case, bread and ghee, right? So that's going to be so.
I prefer to have ghee because ghee, when you have those clarified butter, really, remove all those fat from the milk. This is a more healthy. I think maybe for those who having this keto diet, they will go for ghee. I believe so. Is it correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Nice crispy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just noticing, Chef, that great painting of you behind yourself.
Oh, yeah, this is painted by a very famous artist here in Malaysia. He's a wall painter. His name called Yola Chap. He did this painting when he designed some painting in my restaurant before. I think the Jackie was there at the restaurant, so this is painting my picture. This is the first time he paint using the oil paint. He said this is for me, special for me. So I did it to this one. So now the bread's already here. Yeah. Okay. It's nice and crispy. Wow. You can have this for breakfast if you want it. Yeah.
Mm.
Let me, because I have an oven, and this is to put in the oven. I don't have the oven here, so I have to run quickly to the oven. Okay, maybe you can talk something while I go to the oven.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Jackie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming back on since he's going to the oven. All right, we've got an opportunity to talk to Dion while Chef Joe's getting organized in the back. Now, Dion, tell us, what's your experience been like being a part of Masters of Malaysian Cuisine?
Look, I am absolutely loving it. Like I said at the start, I just feel so honored to be asked to join the show. Thanks so much, Jackie. And of course, you two unquestionably are icons in that whole, not just Malaysian, but cooking in general. So what a privilege to be here. And as you mentioned, Jackie, we've run into each other at different events. And the last time was, you've got a stall out at Concord Hospital. For those who don't know, that's one of the big hospitals here in Sydney. And I think you do it every Thursday. So, getting the feedback from a lot of the staff there, they're very grateful to have you there, with your stall so that they can be well fed and not just have to deal with hospital food.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's nice to know. Now, Dion, have you ever been to Malaysia? What's your, I know you're Chinese, but what's your background? Like, how did you end up in Australia?
Yeah, so a lot of people actually think I'm Malaysian for whatever reason. I am Chinese, born in Papua New Guinea, so a very similar environment to Malaysia, very tropical. Moved over to Sydney to high school and university.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Okay, looks like Chef Joe's back, so let me bump myself out again, and I'll bring you guys to it.
Okay, now the dish is almost ready. As I told you that I do not like this to be too thick. So you can see that now it's getting thicker. So what I do now is just keep the touch of the salt, yeah, to the taste.
Chef, how runny do you normally like, this dish? Is it very liquidy, or you like it a bit more, viscous in its consistency?
Again, I can't hear you.
How do you normally have this particular dish? Is it going to be very liquidy like it is now, or is it going to be a bit thicker?
Okay, for me, I love it to be this way, because once you put it in your plate, it will slowly, the meat will be absorbing all those liquid, so it doesn't matter. But I love it to be this way. If you like it to be thicker, you can always cook it for more longer, so make it a bit thicker. So, okay, now. Here, okay, it's almost ready. So what I do, serve it in a gratin plate. Okay, so you can see it now. So just for my athletics, so I add up the mozzarella on the side.
You know what this reminds me of, Chef Joe?
Yeah.
It reminds me of what I call cowboy style food.
Right.
Isn't it?
So okay, now you are ready. So what I do now, I just the break eggs on top here. Because normally what you do, you fry the eggs, but here what I do, I just put the fresh egg on top. Then of course a little bit more cheese and some salt. Then this one will go into the oven and we bake it maybe about 10 to 15 minutes.
Mm.
Okay.
So that's going to end up, Chef, very much like Israeli shashuka style dish, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, this is the real version of the original one.
Mm.
The original, the normally take the Kacang Ful. Okay. This is the way how they take it now. So what you do, you just sprinkle a little bit of chopped onion just now. You have the tomato by the side, and of course the green chili, on top. And I already make the fried egg earlier, so this is a fried egg. What I do here, it is not normal fried egg. I fry it in a deep oil, so you can see those by the side is a crispy item by the side. This is the normal classic way. They normally serve Kacang Ful. Okay, is by the side here. So this is the real normal Kacang Ful.
Fantastic. So I can imagine this would be a very tasty dish, wouldn't it, with all the spices that you added earlier?
Yeah. So actually, when you bite the beans and everything together with those fresh, I call it something maybe like small salad here. You have the cucumber, the green chili, tomato, and the onion fresh. So bite into your mouth. Of course, this will explode in your mouth. And of course, with the melted egg and we dip into the bread, it goes for the morning, and with a cup of juice. I think that will make your day.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay. All right, that looks amazing. Now, Chef Joe, someone was asking, Götz from Germany, from Le Gourmand, was asking, why did you just add mozzarella and not Parmesan or Parmesan? Like I said, my tongue is playing up today. Or even pecorino, which are more tasty for baking.
Okay, right. True. You can have put Parmesan, but Parmesan is very sharp, so it's very salty. So it doesn't blend well with this dish. So I prefer to use the mozzarella, the buffalo milk cheese, so that it goes well and blends smoothly. Because in Malaysia, we have a lot of those mozzarella. We also have some buffaloes, like especially in Langkawi. They have the buffalo farm where they produce their own mozzarella cheese in Malaysia.
All right. Okay, I did not know that.
Or maybe if you want, maybe you're from France, you can use the camembert if you want. No, you can have a camembert by the side.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or maybe you can dip the camembert in the batter. You can fry the camembert crispy, and then put on top of it, and then you can enjoy for the winter meal.
Okay, interesting. It's funny because when you were still cooking, Liam was asking, would you put a fried egg on top? No, that was a good guess because you ended up putting a fried egg on top. But you mentioned that it's cooked Malaysian style, right? Can you explain to the audience how you mean by Malaysian style fried egg?
Yeah, this is the actual in Malaysia. This is how they serve. They fry. This is the way how we fry the egg in Malaysia. You have maybe a small wok. Small wok that you can put oil slightly more than normal, almost a deep fry. So what you do, you make sure that you crack your egg properly, so that your egg have to be fresh. So there's no maybe 2 weeks or 1 week's egg, because the egg watery and it will split the oil into you. So that's quite dangerous. So what normally I do, I just crack the egg into the bowl, get the egg, and then I pour into the oil, so that you can get a very nice crispy outside. And then you can have still those mellow raw inside in the middle.
Nice. Do you flip the egg over, or you just fry it on one side?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can do also flip over or over easy. Doesn't matter, whatever you want. Or even if you don't go for the fried egg, you can have those the soft boiled egg. You can crack and put it into on top of this. Those the semi hard boiled egg.
Yeah.
That's the yeah. You can put it, or you can even go with a hard boiled egg, or you can even if you like the quail egg, you can boil quail egg and put on top. Doesn't matter. Or you
All
can
right.
even go without. You can even go without the eggs. If you are vegetarian, don't go with the egg. If you are not an over vegetarian, maybe you are strictly vegetarian, you don't have to go with the egg on top.
Right. It's funny because Chef Bob was saying that he loves it with soft-boiled egg. It's really good with soft-boiled egg. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so Chef Bob obviously knows about Kacang Ful.
Okay, maybe if you are very vegetarian, you can replace the egg with maybe you can do some the tofu scramble.
Tofu scramble.
Yeah,
Okay.
tofu scramble, the soya bean cut soft one. You scramble it and put it on top on it. It also there will be pack of protein down there. You have protein in bean, protein in the soya. In fact,
So
this one also you have
why
two
they
of
call
protein.
it tofu scramble, like scrambled egg, or
You just scramble the soft egg.
what was that? Sorry.
You just take the soya, the soft soya,
Yeah.
and then you take the soya milk.
Yeah.
You boil it a bit, so it simmer. And then you just smash the whole soya inside the one, and then you slowly scramble on it, and then it becomes scrambled. And then you put on top of this dish. Could be nice as well.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Cool.
For those, they won't maybe strictly vegan because there's no milk because it's from soya and not from the cow. Yeah.
Sure.
So okay, I'll be waiting for they want to be ready. I think I'll be ready in any time because you need to get it milk and of course the egg to be cooked.
Sure. Now you served it with bread, and Nora is asking, can you eat it with nachos?
Yeah, of course. I have here ready for Nora. I have a Malaysian chips. Actually, this is plantain.
Plantain. How cool.
Plantain. So what you do, you just have a nice bowl of it, and maybe you can sprinkle with some of those mozzarella. It's very nice.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Plantain chips. Okay. Now, does anyone have any questions? Any more questions to hit us up for Dion or for Chef Joe? Now, Dion, I was going to ask you, have you been to Malaysia?
Many times, Jackie, many times.
Cool. And what do you think?
I love Malaysia. I mean, obviously food is a big part, but just the friendliness of the people. And I always have a great time over in Malaysia.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great to know. Did you ever pick up any other language or no? Well,
I guess I'm not like yourself, Jackie, in that I think you know probably 6, 7, 8 languages. Would I be right?
Something like that. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Look, no, I haven't picked up much of the language, but I've been been taken around by. I've got many good local friends around Penang and in KL, so they take me to all the local haunts, and I just love that the way they live their life there, which revolves around food, of course.
This is an amazing place, right? Yeah, guys. Again, yeah. Now, for those of you who've never been to Malaysia, we'd really like to show you more of Malaysia over the course of this series and future series as well. But Dion, any last words at all from you for our audience?
I would just say that I think, and I know you're not a huge fan of reality TV shows, Jackie, but I think what the shows in recent years have shown that the Asian contestants that do very well are of Malaysian heritage, and I think that speaks volumes of for the love and the dedication to cooking. So for those who are watching who aren't familiar with Malaysian cooking, then you got to do yourself a service and get out there and try the stuff. Follow Jackie on her IG and Google Hangouts and YouTube and everywhere other platform that she's on, and learn more about this amazing cuisine.
Oh, that's so kind. That was not expected. Thank you so much, Dion. But Chef Joe, do you have any last words for our audience?
Okay, I think I have the my dish almost ready. I will show you the last dish where how it look when you bake it. So otherwise, thank you for everyone, those watching me all over the world. This is a world event. To those in Shanghai, how do you say it? Shesheni, or you say thank you very much, and then you say merci beaucoup in Switzerland, and then you say Dankeschön in Germany, or merci beaucoup. Yeah. Then,
Chef Joe's multilingual. Okay, a couple of people.
Because I stay in Switzerland, so we speak many languages. In Switzerland alone, they are 3 languages. They have German, French, and Roman, and also Italian down south. So we pick up every single little language. So when I was in Shanghai, so I speak Shanghai Hoa. So we don't say ni hao, so we say no ho.
No ho.
And we don't say chayano.
Yes, everyone, you guys have to start planning for when this whole lockdown thing is over for your next trip to Malaysia, all right? Now, the one person was asking, yeah, Dion, we'll all go together, all right? Now, someone's asking Chef Joe, can I eat your dish with ubi or pisang raja goreng?
Or pisang raja goreng. So, or this one again, okay. This is the, normally it's plantain. So this is what it's a young one. So what you do is just thinly slice and deep fry.
Okay, sure. So that's what this one goreng, is it? I didn't know that.
So this one you can even remember. I take this one. I put some of those dip. And for Nora in California, you can do this for your some Malaysian athletic with some Mexican touch. Yeah. So, this one already ready. I have ready one. Remember the one that I baked just now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The one that So you have now, you can take some of those bread. So you just can dunk into your this one into your thing. Yeah. So
nice.
You can see all those cheese melted, or you want to give more bread, you can have those. Yeah. It's almost like a sloppy Joe, and then it's just really hot. Hold on, huh? Let me see. Nice smell.
Chef, you're making me hungry. I'm getting hungry.
Dion's going to attempt. Dion, someone's asking if you're going to attempt.
It's good for Sydney now. It's winter.
Yeah. Someone's asking Dion whether you're going to attempt this dish.
Okay, for otherwise, I would say hello, everyone. Thank you. Keep following us because we have another 6 chefs on the row. So I'm the first one. They always put me to execute first one. So they can always learn something from me if I do something wrong. So otherwise, never mind, because I'm the eldest in the family. I'm the father, so I actually lead the whole family. Thank you very much to all over the world who are watching us. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you like this one. But now, because we have COVID-19, otherwise you can always come to Malaysia. You're always welcome. Otherwise, you can always hashtag what you say and travel later. You know? You can travel later on, or you can dream and think, come back to Malaysia for a beautiful, fantastic food like this. Because Malaysia is a real food heaven. If you go to Penang, you go to Ipoh, then you start to go to Kuala Lumpur, Melaka, East Coast, Terengganu, Kelantan, Pahang, down south Johor, and even go to Sabah, Sarawak. It's all melting pot waiting for you. Jumpa lagi.
Jumpa lagi. Yeah. Okay, Dion, last words from you. Yeah, are you going to attempt this dish?
You know what, Jackie? I think I think it's simple enough for me to try, and I love that style of cooking and eating. By the way, where you throw everything together and it's all moist and tasty. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try, Jackie, for sure.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, last words. Someone was asking how to get a hold of the recipes. Don't forget, you do that by signing up at malaysianchefs.com/join today, and you will get access to all our recipes. Okay, as soon as you sign up, you get a link to access a special ebook with recipes from all 8 chefs, and then you also get access to a members area where you can view or download the recipes from the first series. And then when this series is over, when we have time to compile the next EMAC, you'll get access to that as well. So make sure you sign up, malaysianchefs.com/join to get today. And don't forget also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to leave us with Tourism Malaysia video. Hopefully the audio will play this time. It played during our test run earlier, but it did not play the sound this time around. We'll see how we go anyway, but bear with us and we will exit with that. All right, thanks again, Chef Joe. Thanks, Dion. We will see you again.
Thanks, Chef Joe.
Thanks, guys. Okay, ciao. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I don't know if that worked with the audio, but anyway, we will see you tomorrow. We have 2 sessions tomorrow, guys, being Sunday as usual. We're going to have 2 sessions. First one coming up will be Nora Harun. Nora from California is going to be making roti canai. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. It's going to happen at 11 o'clock Sydney time, but check our website, malaysianchefs.com, for all your local times as well. All right, the schedule is up there and it'll tell you what we're cooking, who's cooking when, and who's going to be co-hosting and all that. I will see you tomorrow in a few hours. Okay, have a great rest of the day. Ciao.